Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I sounds like Dr. Sharp. Uh, all of our colleagues all over the world, welcome to our webinar. I'm a partner today, and it is my absolute honor to interview and chat with Dr. Rebecca Mostatab. I am Dr. Emily Letran. I'm a speaker, high performance coach, and a dentist for the past 28 years, and I'm grateful to be part of the Global Summit. So today we have the opportunity to talk to Dr. Rebecca Mostabob. She has been a practicing dentist for 30 years. She graduated from Temple University in 1991. She did a GPR at University of Pennsylvania. She has successfully owned and operated two dental practices in the Philadelphia area and has extensive training in all phases of dentistry. She loves to share vital information with her colleagues and her peers. Over the years, she had constantly been looking for ways to help her patients not just get the restorations and the dentistry that they need to combat and overcome oral pathologies, but also to get to the root cause and prevent them from recurring. Recently, she has co- excuse me, she has come across amazing technology to scientifically proven to screen patients for low antioxidants. She will give you details on how to help your patients get the nutrients they have so that they have ample post-operative healing mechanisms and enjoy a lifetime of being free from inflammatory diseases. Dr. Mostabab, good morning. Or is it good
Good morning,
afternoon?
Dr. Letran. How are
Good afternoon.
you? It's so nice to
I'm
have
good,
you.
thank you. Yes. So it's afternoon in Philadelphia, I think.
Yes. I'm
Right?
in the
Yes. Yes.
Philadelphia area, and it is an honor and privilege to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be sharing important information with all of you. I've been a dentist for 30 years, and I really am passionate about the health of my patients. I want to see them healthier. I think we all have a heart for our patients. Honestly, we got into this business not just because of monetary reasons, but because we truly care about our patients and we want to see them get well. So for years, I struggled. I saw my patients come in with heart disease, diabetes, obesity, all kinds of issues that affected their teeth. And, all the nutritional counseling I did was really not being followed. Compliance is a problem with patients. Once they're addicted to certain foods and certain lifestyle, no matter how sick they get, they don't really make the significant changes that are needed. So during the pandemic, we all had downtime. We all got on Zoom calls and learned more stuff about dentistry. And I came across this amazing technology and I was blown away by the level of science behind this product. This is a biophotonic scanner that you can have in your office. It's lightweight, and millions of dollars went into developing this machine. It was developed in NIH. So I absolutely fell in love with the fact that there's a way to help patients. There's a way to make a difference in their lives and not just talk to them and just give lip service, but actually to be able to help them with something that they could easily do that could make a difference in their life. It could save their lives. I mean, people are just not getting enough nutrients. They think that they're supplementing. 70% of people think they're supplementing properly, but honestly, they're not. And one of the things that I discovered is that, products aren't FDA approved out there. So you can claim whatever you want and sell your vitamins. It could even have poisons and things in it, and you don't even know, right?
Right.
But with this technology, I was blown away. I was like, there's science. There's a lot of things that patients can rely on. I mean, we are at the forefront of trying to fight COVID-19 with every possible tool that we can have in our armamentarium. And another thing is, this is something you could be doing for your patients and because you're serving your patients, you're actually going to get paid. You don't have to put it through insurance or anything. It's something that can go right through your practice and be a nice revenue stream for doctors that have lost a lot over the past 9 or 10 months from COVID. So it's just a win-win situation for everybody, and I am so excited to be sharing it with you guys.
Yes, and as time goes on, obviously, when you and I graduated, people don't really have that idea, that concept that dentistry is a very integral part of medicine, right? But
Mhm.
we're not real doctors, you know. Even though we train to look at the patient as a whole, but when the patient come in, they just look at us as, just fix my teeth. And
Right.
I know over the years, with all the usually the additional training also, and where we attending certain conferences, we get exposed to certain things. We start looking at the patient as a whole. The people that come in, and we may say you're under a lot of stress, and look at your teeth, right? and Or you're overweight, or you're diabetic, and your
Mhm.
perio is just keep on recurring, and you're not keeping it under control. And there's only so much you can do relying on medicine, right? Like take a pill,
Mhm.
and sometimes patients are not compliant, like you say, as far as exercise and take certain actions. And in this particular case, it could be something that you're lacking. um,
Mhm.
and if you're lacking that and you don't know, then you may be trying to add other things, but you're not really adding what you actually lacking in order to make it whole and complete. And I always have a lot of respect for the doctors who look at the patient as a whole and who want to treat them, you know, holistically. I guess that's one way to put it,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's one thing to give somebody a wonderful smile, right? Doing cosmetic dentistry, doing full mouth
Mhm.
rehab, and at the other end, they could be neglecting their health to a certain extent, and they're not taking care of themselves. So I love the fact that you look into it, you find a solution, and you also wanting to share it with the dental community.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's wonderful because I love how one of the great things that happened during COVID, dentists and doctors became more connected. We all are
Hmm.
talking more. We're having more Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups, and people are chatting and they're sharing information with one another. It's important to have these connections where we're sharing our struggles, we're sharing our pain, and we're sharing amazing things that could be helpful to each other. So I believe in the unity that has been created during this time. It's been downtime. People have gotten more rest. I know I got a lot of rest from dentistry for the past 30 years. I was outdoor more and, taking more hikes and really taking care of myself. You got to put the oxygen mask on you first, and then
Right,
you can help
right.
your patients. So this goes for everybody. This goes for your staff, your doctors in the office. Everybody needs to be healthy. Test everybody, screen everyone, take the nutraceuticals that can help you, and then you could be an example to your patients and say, look, I'm even taking this stuff, I'm healthy. And, I was suffering from aches and pains before I started getting on these nutraceuticals myself. My body doesn't hurt anymore. I'm stronger. I'm more energetic. So you got to be a product of the product, which is something that's working for everyone. And you have more belief in it. And then, everyone in your staff can learn quickly how to help your patients. So it's a wonderful, wonderful way all the way around to have a win-win situation for everybody. It's exciting.
Yeah, well, that sounds awesome. So I'm gonna ask you to share all of your expertise and your insights, and also your story in your presentation. So
Mm-hmm.
let's get on with it. And when you're done,
Okay.
we can open it up for questions.
Sounds great. So let's start here. This is the Pharmanex biophotonic scanner. As you can see here, there's an iPad that goes with the machine, and they connect to each other so you can scan and screen your patients in very real time. So one of the things that we're going to be talking about is the role of nutrition industry, measuring nutrition, supplementation, why Pharmanex, our clinical experience, and the revenue stream that can build your practice as a functional medicine practice. So one of the things that I am sharing here, this is Dr. Laurie DiMichelangelo. He's been in private practice for 30 years, just as I have. And he is using this technology in his practice. And, you know, as you can see, he's doing implant restorations, sleep apnea, TMJ disorder, and full mouth rehabs. One of the things that you're going to see is very important is that, you know, teeth and bones have the need for nutrients to properly heal. You know, these are the bone nutrients and the soft tissue nutrients that are needed. You have to have good antioxidants to neutralize the free radicals that cause cell and DNA damage. Smoking, diabetes, and obesity create inflammation, and the antioxidants neutralize free radicals and slow the aging process. So we can be doing nutritional counseling for implant surgery, implant short-term and long-term care, periodontal disease, oral systemic connections, but without a way to screen to see if your patients are having any kind of issues, you're not going to be able to help them. Dr. Steve Hurst, also one of the users of this biophotonic scanner, one of the things that he talks about, he's a surgical and clinical instructor for implants, is bone density. He has looked at thousands of CAT scans, and D3, D4 bone is a big problem for implant placement and long-term healing. So he observed this in his own practice, and once he made a change, he was able to see his patients increasing the quality of bone that was supporting their implants. So implant surgery is growing. In US alone, you're going to see a huge surge of millions and millions of more implants being placed. So why is that so connected to nutrients and bone density? When patients don't have enough antioxidants, failure happens. You can see things like this, where there's a lot of infection around implants and gum disease and all kinds of health issues that manifest in the mouth as a result of deficiencies. Vitamin D, 50% are deficient in the population with vitamin D and calcium. Poor nutrition plays an important role in the development of postoperative complications and may increase patient morbidity. Proper nutritional assessments and appropriate prevention measures should be undertaken in the patients undergoing maxillofacial surgery. This was in the Journal of Maxillofacial Surgery in 2016. So the use of dietary supplements by physicians and nurses, the percent that use supplements is 72% for doctors, 89% for nurses. And there's regular users of dietary supplements out in the public, about 50 to 59%. And so a lot of people know that supplementation is important. Now, to improve implant outcomes, you have to have nutrients that support bone and soft tissue. You have to manage the free radicals. We need to improve healing and lower infection rates. We need to support better long-term tissue health. And we need to encourage better nutrition. And this builds confidence and differentiates your practice from other practices. So periodontitis, you see the gum tissue inflammation. And, sometimes we're thinking, oh, they're just not cleaning their teeth well enough. Well, they're also not eating proper foods. So that increases the inflammatory process in tissue and bone. In July, JADA said that periodontitis remains prevalent in United States adults. An estimated 42% of U.S. adults aged 30 years or over with one or more teeth have periodontitis, according to JADA. And also, Journal of American Dental Association, about 7.8% of those adults have severe periodontitis. And so nutrition and gum disease, periodontitis is associated with low plasma macronutrient levels, which may result from dietary and or lifestyle factors, as well as nutrigenic characteristics. Early evidence suggests beneficial outcomes from interventions done nutritionally. And this was from the Journal of Clinical Perio back in 2011. So you can see how antioxidant levels are a significant factor. You can see the bone density in your patients, how it is really, really low these days because of what they're eating. So honestly, one of the best ways is to start looking into antioxidants as a great way to assess your patients and be able to help them. So a Yale Cancer Center said because higher status reflects greater fruit and vegetable intake, lack of smoking, and lack of adiposity, this may facilitate its use as an integrated biomarker of overall health that is predictive of future chronic disease risk. You can assess the risk of your chronic disease patients with this tool. It's an incredible tool. You can measure what the level of the antioxidant is. So that given the established role of reactive oxygen species in cardiovascular pathology and established links between periodontal disease and cardiovascular disease and reduced plasma TAOC in periodontitis subjects warrants further investigation. So, we're sitting here thinking it's only the external factors, but it's also the internal factors in your patient's body. So how do we measure nutrition? This is the new standard. It is a quick test. It's 30 seconds. This machine is portable. It's cost effective. It's 94% accurate, and the response rate is 99%. So what do we mean by the response rate? I'll go into that in a few minutes. But these are the gentlemen that discovered and invented this machine. Dr. Werner, who was a physicist in University of Utah, and Robert McLean, that developed at the Center for Biomedical Optics at the University of Utah. So it's called Raman spectroscopy. So the photons are emitted from the scanner, and then they strike the carotenoids in the skin, and they're reflected back. So this is how you can measure the number of plant carotenoids in your skin through the light beam that is emitted. And what you are seeing here is how the scanner was developed over the years. So it used to be a really large machine, and then over time it became smaller and smaller, and now the latest version is what you see on the far right, upper right corner. So you have seen this company get, so it's Nu Skin. The company is Pharmanex, which is a branch of Nu Skin, and they have won American Business Award. They have won the Everest Edition, and they have also won the Most Innovative Innovation in 2015. So there are 90 studies that talk about the resonance Raman spectroscopy of skin carotenoids as a biomarker of carotenoid status for humans. And these are 10-year Yale and Harvard studies. So you have amazing science behind this machine. You see how it's being used in College of Optometry, Texas Tech University Health Science Center, Yale Cancer Center, Stanford University, and the Association of Research in Vision and Optometry, and it was featured on the Dr. Oz show. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of that show. Let's take a look at what Dr. Oz says about this technology. Let me just enlarge this.
It's the disease that you fear most, cancer. And your ability to fight it lies in one of the biggest buzzwords in health, antioxidants. Today, we're fighting the war on cancer with prevention, antioxidant prevention. And I'm sharing my cancer-fighting antioxidant all-stars, the 3 most important ones you need to help you prevent cancer. Do you have enough? That's why our audience is wearing these different colored t-shirts. You've seen them advertised everywhere.
A glass of Welch's purple grape juice has twice the natural antioxidant level.
This peptide cream is so rich in the absolute best antioxidants.
New Snapple antioxidant water. It helps protect your body.
Antioxidants are found in many fruits and vegetables, and they might just be your body's ultimate secret weapons against cancer. But what exactly are antioxidants, and why are they so good for you? Joining me is one of my all-time favorite guests, cancer prevention pioneer, Dr. William Lee. Dr. Lee, thank you very much for joining us as always. Talking about antioxidants and how they prevent cancer.
Well, antioxidants are natural protective molecules that Mother Nature has laced into a large number of foods. And there are literally thousands of different types of antioxidants, but they all do pretty much the same thing. They protect our DNA in healthy cells from the type of damage caused by free radicals, which are harmful chemicals that our body absorbs from things like cigarette smoke or pollution or fried foods or other sources in the environment. So antioxidants protect our DNA against the kind of damage that can cause cancer.
You see why it's so important to both of us, and all doctors are concerned about preventing cancer, that you have enough. So everyone in our audience today is wearing their antioxidant health on their sleeve. All wearing different colored t-shirts. Before the show, we give everyone the ultimate nutritional lie detector test. This revolutionary device, it's lying right here next to me, measures the level of carotenoids in your skin, which can help indicate the overall antioxidant health in your body. It's a completely non-invasive test. Did it hurt you to get? All right. Good. I haven't had mine yet. I'm having it next. So we're going to see if it hurts me. But it takes about 90 seconds, and I'm completely astounded by these results. Let me come on over here. We're going to show it to everybody. So if you look at this is how it's supposed to be read out, by the way. We've got lowest to highest, 10,000 up to 50,000 units, right? These figures will give us a rough idea. You want to be up here in the blues. Now, let's see how you did. Are you ready? I don't see any reds, any oranges. Let's see the numbers for the audience. You're all down here. Can I tell you something? You're America. You're a cross-section of everyone watching the show right now. Let me just go through these because it completely blew my mind. We have almost 40% of the audience in the lowest category possible. I actually didn't think we'd find anybody there. Not naively thought that at least we're getting enough of these antioxidants into our bodies that we wouldn't be there. Another 40% had the orange category, which is still, to me, a dangerously low level. And we only had a total of about 6% having greens and blues. Put your hands up here, greens and blues. Let me just see. It's like, yeah, I mean, there are a couple folks. But, it's not many. Congratulations, by the way. So the question then becomes, why is it they're having these problems? And it's not surprising because we're getting on average about 2 to 3 servings of fruit per day and vegetables. It's not enough. And we know that. What we talk about, 5, 7 big servings, fistful size. So I haven't had the test yet. So before I give you a hard time, let's see how I'm doing. Ready to go?
That's right.
All right. And Dr. Lee, while I do this, talk to me about antioxidants. What foods have them? How can folks find them, even if they don't know the chemical names?
Well, you can certainly get antioxidants in pill form, but the very best way of actually getting antioxidants is in the foods that we eat.
And what about organic versus inorganic? I get asked that a lot from the audience. Does it make a big difference with regard to antioxidant power?
Yeah, well, some studies have actually shown that foods grown organically can have greater levels of antioxidants. And the reason is because antioxidants also protect plants. When plants are grown organically, that's without pesticides or chemicals or antibiotics, they actually have to produce more antioxidants to protect themselves. Right. And when we eat them, we get the benefits too.
Oh, that makes sense, everybody? All right, let's see how I'm doing here. Uh-oh. 75,000. Now, listen. No.
So you see how Dr. Oz scaled higher. He's practicing what he preaches. So he's on a great level of antioxidants. I'm just trying to enlarge my screen here, you guys. There we go. That's it. Okay. So Dr. Oz endorses this machine, and as you saw, it was an older version and it took 90 seconds. However, right now it's a 30-second and a smaller machine, as I've shown you. You saw that 90% of his audience was low in antioxidants, and that's pretty much our patient population right now. 90 to 95% of our patients are not getting enough nutrients. They're not eating the healthy foods. And even when they are eating the healthy foods, they're eating so much of the bad foods that it's kind of negating the whole process. So there's 5 factors of poor oral health. It's poor oral hygiene, diet and lifestyle, smoking, obesity, and diabetes. So beyond dentistry, cancer deaths are about 576,000 per year. That's about 1,600 a day. Heart disease, 725,000 deaths per year. 29 million people have diabetes. 86 million people are pre-diabetic. Nearly 2/3 of America is overweight or obese. And 10 million have osteoporosis. 52 million are low with bone mass. So what does that tell you? Where do we come in? We come in and we help reverse those with supplementation. But not all supplements are created equal. So no one is really getting optimal nutrition. All adults should take a multivitamin, as JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association, said in 2002. 50% of people are buying supplements, and there's no easy way to measure effectiveness. The New York Attorney General sent a cease and desist order to vitamin stores saying that, they were providing false claims. And even Vitamin Shop had lead contamination in some of their nutrients that they put up for sale. So as you see, supplementation is going up and up every year. Billions of dollars are being spent on supplements. And so statistically speaking, people are confused, right? They're like, what supplements should I take and how do I know if it works? So there's a blind spot. There's a failure rate. You have people selling supplements, and why not us? Why not have somebody who is actually qualified to provide supplementation and provide the information that your patients need by having something that has science behind it instead of something that's just shown up on the store shelf? without any studies done on it. So why Pharmanex? Pharmanex helps you with the measurable difference. The average life and youth user can have their antioxidants increased to 60,000. Now, the audience that you saw were in the red range, in the 10,000 and the 19,000. The average American is about 24,000. But if you have your patients taking LifePak, they increase up to 48,000. LifePak and Youth, these are the supplements, they increase to 60,000. And these are guaranteed results. And they're measurable results, because what we're doing is we bring our patients back after we put them on these supplements after 2 months, and they're guaranteed to see a change in their nutrients, the antioxidants in their body. So these are the gentlemen who are responsible for this science. You have Joseph Chang, PhD, who worked at Wyeth Erst Labs, where he invented one of the leading drugs used in organ transplants. You got Michael Chang, PhD, who was a former deputy director of medicinal chemistry at pharmaceutical giant Merck, Sharp, and Dohme. And you also have Carl DeDrossi, PhD, from Stanford, who invented the birth control. This is the facility in Utah and all over the world. This is where the scientific disciplines of nutritional medicine and pharmacology, toxicology, immunology, physics, biomedical engineering, dietetics, and chemistry and biochemistry are put together. It is huge science that is backing these products and this technology. The clinical benefits are as follows: nutrition for better healing, better surgical outcome, improve long-term implant success, improve periodontal health, improve overall health, and it's measurable. And then there's also revenue. So patients are already coming to you for services. Why not have something that adds another tool to your toolbox? Why not have something that helps your patients become healthier and stronger, and as a result, you also benefit? So this is something that is near and dear to me, to see my colleagues not just bring products that help their patients, but it also helps the health of your practice. So thank you so much for allowing me to bring you this important information. And I am now open to any questions that anybody may have.
Wow, that was a short but very informative, presentation that you have. And can you tell me, because I'm not sure if you really elaborate on that. Was there a personal story why you choose to do that for yourself, and then go on and do it for the patients?
Yeah, I was actually suffering from diseases myself. I was actually hurting. I was having chronic pain. And once I started using the products myself, I was able to see a huge difference. It took about 2 weeks, and I am taking 3 different nutrients that is helping with, it helps with cognitive health. It helps with resetting my genes. So it's an amazing technology that doctors don't even know about. I mean, we're all about pushing the pills and sending our patients to get chemical help, but those chemicals are actually hurting patients' body even more. There's side effects with those pills. And why not take something that's actually made from real fruits and vegetables and scientifically proven with the highest quality in the laboratory setting, that is coming directly to your patient. In other words, you don't have to carry these supplements in your office. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes for your staff to hand a couple of sheets of paper to your patients that explains the importance of antioxidants and how they can be screened. There's a $20 charge for them to be screened, and that helps you pay for your scanner, because the scanner return on investment is 1 month. So you could be doing 5 scans per day, training your staff to do it. There's a brochure that explains what antioxidants are and how they improve the health of your patients. You ask them questions regarding whether they're taking supplements already, how do they know that it's working, how much are they spending on their supplementation. And so that kind of primes your patient in wanting to get the scanning done. It's a 30-second scan. And once they are done with the scan, the doctor comes in and says, I see that you are low in your antioxidants, so why don't I prescribe, these nutrients? You can take them and come back after 60 days, and we can scan you again, and you can see how your numbers have gone up. And typically patients come back and they get rescanned because they're curious to make sure that, the products are working for them. And, once they take them, they want to stay on them. So you're actually helping your patients heal better post-surgically. Like you're placing an implant. Before you place an implant, put them on the nutraceuticals for 2 months, have them come back and see that their nutrient level is up. Now you can do surgery. There's some doctors that have given testimonials. There's some surgeons that actually require their patients to take the nutrients before they do surgery, because they want to see their patients heal faster and have better outcomes. So it is just an amazing tool to have as a doctor, as a dentist. Even people in fitness facilities could be scanning their patients, their clients. People who have med spas can be scanning their clients and helping them. You don't have to have a special license to use this. You're just having the patient put their hand over the scan. They just put their hand over here, and in 30 seconds, they have an answer. And then it gets emailed to the patient, and they can have it as a pre-scan. Okay, this is what I look like with before the nutraceuticals. And then 60 days later, you can see how it looks afterwards. And people feel so much better. They're able to sleep better. Their nails are stronger. Their hair is growing out better. Their skin texture is different. They feel better. They have more energy. And why not do that for your patient? And why not do that for your staff? Don't you want your staff to have more energy? Don't you want you to have more energy? I mean, everybody could use this. This is for everyone. My daughter, who is 15, I just scanned her. She's in the 20,000 range. My 15-year-old needs it, So young and old, they can use this, and it helps build their immune system. With COVID going on, some people, you see a lot of people have recovered from COVID. Why? Because their immune system is doing better than those who are not eating healthy foods. They're not treating their body well. And unfortunately, it ended up in a lot of fatalities. So this is one way that you can help patients prevent disease, get stronger, and the ones who are diseased, maybe you can help them reverse some of those effects. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. I highly recommend.
If it's okay with you, I'm just gonna play the difficult prospect, if that's okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So if I'm a GP or and I'm already busy, right? So if I were talking to you and say, Doc, I'm already busy. We're already doing um, you know, perio screening or oral cancer screening, and I understand the test is only 30 seconds to put the hand
Mhm.
on there, but there's going to be time that I need to explain to the patient, why am I into this? Why do I want you to do this? And I understand when it's specifically, we're going to do full mouth implant, right? So let's do this and make sure that you're 100% up to, you're in your best condition so I can go in there and extract
Mhm.
all your teeth and place, I don't know, 4 implants or 8 implants, whatever it is. But let's say this is somebody who come in and maybe they don't really look that healthy, but they've been in the practice for a long time. And I never really talked to them about it. Maybe I tell them about perio and things, but I don't necessarily talk about the nutrition or the antioxidant aspect of it. So now I'm gonna need time to prep the patient, and then we do that, and then I'm gonna need time to explain it, right? So
Mhm.
and I'm telling you, I don't see how this can fit in to my practice. What would you say to that?
I would say if you care about your patient, if you care about outcomes, it's only 5 minutes. I mean, when you're connecting to your patient, you're not just rushing them in and out and saying, I can do this for you. You're actually connecting with your patient. And you're saying to the patient, I have this incredible new technology that can help you get healthier. Would you like to hear about it? You're giving them a sheet of paper that says, if you do this, you're going to be healthier. Why wouldn't I want to take an extra 5 or 10 minutes to help my patient have years and years of benefits that's going to possibly save their life? Is it worth 5 minutes for me as a dentist or doctor? Absolutely. I would make that time for my patient. And, you're not doing it for free. Your practice can generate anywhere between $75,000 to $325,000 a year in revenue you didn't even know you could have. It's a $40 billion supplement industry. Wouldn't you want to have that as part of your tools? You see dentists doing Botox, you see dentists doing all kinds of other things. Why not add nutrition, functional medicine to your practice? You're doing sleep apnea appliances. Well, why are patients having sleep apnea? Because they're not healthy. They're not eating well. The size of their neck is bigger because they're more obese. So why not be a help instead of just fix and drill and fill? And your implants will take better. You will have less failure. Your patients will have less failure. So is it worth the time? Absolutely. Can you make the time? Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. If the patient says, no, I'm not interested, great. That's okay. You can bring the horse to the water, but you can't force them to drink it, right?
Right.
So you will have patients that are just not interested, and the value is not there for them because some people are just negative. But that's not everybody.
Hmm.
Most people, for the most part, want to be healthy. They want to have dental work that lasts a lifetime. And when you have proper nutrients in your body, it helps you have things last longer and you have less disease that recurs. So, yes, it's absolutely worth it to spend the time. You can do it in the beginning of the visit. Patient is already out there waiting. You can have a staff allocated just to do this, and get the patient to try it. And then you're just coming in for a hygiene check, right? You're coming in or you're working on your own patient. It's just another conversation. By the way, Mrs. Smith, I see that your antioxidants are low. I can prescribe nutraceuticals that can help you. Would you like the good, the better, or the best? Right? So you're giving them 3 different options. They're not saying no because they're like, okay, I'll go with the good. and see where it takes me, right? So you're walking your patient into the right direction. Patients are looking for leadership. They want us to be leaders. They want us to help them and teach them new things and educate them. We have failed as the medical and dental profession to do this sort of thing for our patients because we didn't have the tools. Now that we do have the tools, we can actually help them, and we can actually help build their immune system to an optimum level where they have never seen before. And there's no products on the market that is doing what these products are doing, because those products are not scientifically proven. They don't go through the vigorous testing that we put our products through. So we have something that's not out there. It's unique. It's something that needs to be done. It's necessary. We have a responsibility to our patients. You know, we're not just here to fix. We're here to educate, motivate, lead them into the proper lifestyle that will benefit them for life.
And so do you charge a fee for them to do the scanning?
It's $20 per scan.
Okay.
$20 per scan. And the nutraceuticals come in 3 different forms. And the best way to do the nutraceuticals is to take 3 of them at the same time. So the good is 1 nutraceutical, the better is 2 nutraceuticals, and the best is 3 combined that work synergistically together to reset genes, to provide cognitive help, and to provide the nutrients that your body needs to fight disease and better healing. So you're strengthening your body, and you're providing something that, you know, helps you with your day-to-day life. Who is not stressed these days? I mean, with the level of stuff that we've been having coming at us, we need something to fight the stress.
Right. Now, from a patient point of view, let's say the patient has been with me for, you know, and I'm sure you have patients the same way, you know, for many years, and they may know you as, you know, the cosmetic dentist, or you know, the family dentist, and then let's say you recommend to take the screening, and let's say they're open to doing the screening, but they're not open to getting the supplements from you because they're questioning if you are qualified, right? Because of course I'm coming from Southern California, where everybody's always questioning your qualifications. Why are you talking about, you know, like, why are you getting into this particular part of business? Is there a good answer for that?
Yeah, I mean, who else? Who better than your dentist, who is actually investigating something on your behalf, that has investigated and studied to see how well these products work? Why not have something that your doctor has actually evaluated versus you? Who better qualified than your doctor? And you see chiropractors are providing supplements. You see plastic surgeons are providing supplements. Why not dentists? Why not doctors? You're providing something that your patient needs. It's not like you're giving them something that hasn't been thoroughly studied and investigated by 90 studies, 10-year Harvard and Yale studies. Can you say that about what's out on the market on the GNC shop? No. So you're actually providing something for your patients that they cannot get currently from anywhere else. So if my patient says, like, why are you doing this? I'll say, because I care for you. Because I want you to get better. Because I've thoroughly investigated these products and I know that they work. And don't take my word for it. Come back in 60 days after you try them, and you can see those numbers will go. They're guaranteed to go up. You know, you take them every day, these numbers will go up and you will get healthier and you will feel better. Don't you want to feel better? Patient says, yes, I absolutely want to feel better. I'm tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired.
So, but, and again, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be the difficult patient here
No, that's
because
okay.
because I got people who are going to be asking me this question, but if they're taking the supplement, but they're not changing their lifestyle, do you think you can still, I mean, not you, but do you think the company can still guarantee that, or is there a
Yes.
certain, yeah, yes,
Yes, it's
yeah,
100% guaranteed because that's the whole purpose. You know your patients are not compliant. You
hmm
know they're not going to be like out eating pizza and drinking beer on weekends,
right,
eating donuts and all that stuff. But the nutrients actually reverse some of that. And, maybe as they come back and you have more conversations, I mean, this happens to me with my patients. I don't just stop with one conversation. I'm constantly telling them, please be mindful of reducing your sugar. Please be mindful of reducing the white flour and the carbohydrates that your body doesn't really need. And they listen. It takes time to change old habits. And so every time they come, I'm talking to them about that. Because again, I care for my patients and they know that I care. They feel the love and the care that you have for them. And you're like looking at their teeth and you're like, look, do you want to constantly sit in the dental chair and constantly get your teeth drilled and pay for things that you really shouldn't be paying for anymore? And it hurts them in their pocketbook more than it hurts them in their mouth. It's like dentistry's expensive.
right,
You're
right,
not
right.
taking care of yourself. It's expensive. So those conversations are being had each time they come back. And if they're struggling with anything, I give them all kinds of ideas. I give them places to go and look at recipes and get new ways of eating. And so it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's something that you're in it with your patient for the long haul. And they understand that you want them to get better and healthier. So, it might be a struggle at first. They might fall a few times, they might fail a few times, but we're there to encourage them. We're there to motivate them. We're there to hold their hand. And it's all about the journey, and they understand that we care for them. So it comes through. People can tell a fake from the real thing. And your genuine love and care for your patients comes through, and they see it and they feel it. And that's how you also get referrals. You get people who are so happy with you that you've made such a difference in their lives. Now they're going to send you their friends and families as well.
So if somebody say, this is great. Let's say they invested $20 and they did the screening, and you say that the result is emailed to them, or can you look at that right away?
Yeah, it goes to their email. I would have a record of it on my iPad. And then when they come back in 60 days, we can compare the two scans together. So
Okay, so
again,
the
go ahead.
follow up. Let's say I do the scan and I get the email. Let's say wherever my status is, and then in that same email, it will be your recommendation certain things to take. Or I guess my question is, what is the discussion chair side after I do the scanning? Do you see the result right away yourself,
So
and
I
then you
see the
okay?
result, and that's what I'm having the conversation with them. I'm saying, listen, I see that you're scanning below 40,000, and the optimum level is 40,000 and above. Would you be open to trying these nutraceuticals, either the good, the better, or the best? Which one would you like? And it's based on their believability and how much value they see in what's out there. Some patients may come in and say, I want the best. I don't mind paying $200 a month for my nutraceuticals. I want the best. I had a patient just this last week. He had severe gum disease. It was the first time I saw him. He had pus coming out of his tooth. It was so bad. That's why he was there and he was hurting. So I had to do immediate deep cleaning for him. And I asked him, I said, would you be open to trying the nutraceuticals? He's like, I want the best, because his health was so bad. I mean, he was obese and he was really, really motivated to change his lifestyle. The pain was excruciating for him. He's like, I haven't slept in 2 days, so he was open and he wants to get him. And then, he also was wheezing as he was laying back. So he's going to be sleep tested. So I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at my patient as a whole, and I'm not rushing my patients in and out. I'm taking that time with them to really assess what that patient needs, customizable to all the services that I can provide for him, including the nutrition. And once they get on the nutrition, you'll see everything else falls into place. It's like a puzzle. Everything else is going to fall into place. His health is going to improve. His gum disease is going to improve. He's going to get rid of inflammation in his body. He's going to start losing weight because he said himself he wants to change what he's eating and how he's exercising. So you see your patients get to that pain point where they're like, I just don't want to live like this anymore, and not every patient's going to be there. What
Right.
if, somebody comes in and they're healthy and they're like, I'm fine, I don't need anything. That's not your patient. That's not the patient who needs these nutraceuticals. So not everybody is going to be a good fit, but for the most part, 95% of people are not getting enough nutrients. You could do a study. Like every dental practice that screens their patients, they can do a study, and you'll see that even the ones that are eating healthy. I was eating healthy. I was eating lots of nutrient salads, and I scanned low and I exercise, So it's also the content of our foods. The soil is not rich enough anymore to provide the nutrients in our fruits and vegetables. We all need supplementation. So it is something that we educate our patients, then they can make the decision, yes or no. And maybe they'll not get it this time. Maybe they'll get it next time. You just don't know. You're just planting a seed. Somebody might say no today and in 6 months change their mind and say, I want to try it now, So it's just a matter of time, and it doesn't really take a tremendous amount of time to explain it to your patient. And it's easy for your staff to know. And you also will get a poster that you set goals with your staff where you're talking about, okay, we have to do a minimum of 5 scans a day. So you kind of train your staff on how to do it. They will do it, and you keep track, and then you can see how well you're doing with it. And you can set goals just like you do with your office goals, So it's a fun thing for the whole group. You can give your staff bonuses. I mean, there's a number of different ways of doing this to help get everybody excited and on board to do it.
Is this something, and again, since we're talking on the summit created, by the Global Summit Group,
Yes.
is it something where you need to talk to their doctor, or at least inform that, not so much to get clearance or anything, right? But to inform the doctor that, I'm gonna, your patient, Mrs. Smith, I'm going to be recommending her on taking these supplements. And of course, I mean, you don't have to specifically reach out to the doctor yourself. You could be giving the patient, this is what I'm going to be recommending, and I recommend that you give this to your doctor. Is that something that you feel that we should do? To let if the patient is under care of a doctor for whatever reason, is this something that we need to communicate to their physician? I understand it's just supplement, and it's not so much
communicated to the physician that they are taking it. It doesn't really interfere with anything. It doesn't interfere with medications. It's food. It's natural occurring substances in nature that have been put into a pill form as a nutritional supplement. So it's not going to affect any medications that they're taking. And I just share it with my doctor colleagues to say, hey, you guys should be doing the same thing. Find out about this and start telling your patients about it. I'd be sharing it with my colleagues. I'd be sharing it with the oral surgeons that I work with, the specialists, doctors, orthopedic surgeons. So it's an all around good thing to be shared, and the whole community can benefit from this, the whole healthcare community. So the more people know about it, the better.
Right, right. Well, it's certainly been great learning about your insights on how to see things differently, right? And actually to take action to help your patients and your staff and yourself um, understand your yourself better as far as a nutritional profile, I guess, and
Mhm.
um, and how to change that and how to be healthier. So if any of our doctors or chiropractors or physicians want to learn more about this, do they just reach out to you, and
Yes,
how
they
do
can
they
reach
reach out
out
to you to learn
to me.
about that?
Rebecca Mostatab, as you see on the screen. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'd be happy to share more detailed information with them. And I really want to thank everybody for watching this presentation, and thank you, Dr. Latran, for hosting it with me.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope to see you on more podinars in the future. And thank you for trying to pave the way here to introduce this to the dental community and obviously to our other friends in the professional community, because it's always wonderful to see any of us going beyond dentistry. I think
Thank you.
dentistry, excuse me, I think dentistry is exciting, but like you said, we're always looking at the whole body, right? And then we're looking to work with other colleagues. In this case, you mentioned, the doctors, the functional medicine doctors, and so that collaboratively we can join forces and help our patients reach better health goals. So thank you so much for taking the time,
Thank
doctor.
you.
Maybe you can post your contact information in the thread, right? Like maybe post your
Yes.
LinkedIn and your Facebook and your Instagram down the thread. And I think that those are pretty much all the questions that come in. And
Thank
again,
you.
thank you for your time, and hope everybody have a great rest of the weekend. But thank
Take
you, our
care.
colleagues. Yeah, thank you,
Thank
our colleagues, for
you.
joining us today. And we thank you for taking out the time to learn more about how to grow your practice by giving your patients more options, more ways to improve their health. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and have a great weekend.
Take care. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.